Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving. I know y'all probably thinking it's Christmas time. It's not. I'm always in Christmas spirit. Today is Thanksgiving, and I hope you all are having a wonderful time with family, friends. Oh my gosh, it's been an amazing day. I've had a blast with family and friends, and I'm stuffed, but I still got some plates, and I got me some desserts. So they will be ate later. I also cooked, so hey, I'm good on the food. All right. So welcome. My name is Tamika Collins, and this here is my YouTube page. You can follow me here, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, tell your people, period, to come check me out and read the Bible with me because we're reading it from Genesis to Revelation, y'all, beginning to the end. All right, and we are in Numbers, the 11th chapter. The last video that I made cut me off in the middle of 11. So we're going to start from there. And we're gonna read 11, and I think we're gonna get 12, and we might be able to get 13, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do 11 and 12, definitely, hopefully. So, and then I got to clear up my phone because I like to take pictures, and we took pictures, and I had to take pictures because I'm cute today. Anyway, so let's get to it. We recap, and let's recap. So, we will start chapter 11, but chapter 10, God has ordered them to make two trumpets. And I thought about two because the two witnesses for direction, it will signal everyone to gather at the tabernacle. When you sound it two times, then that's when it will signal everyone to gather when you sound it twice. But only the leaders who are the head of the clans of Israel will gather when you just do it one time, when they just do it one time. Also, the children of Israel are once again complaining about what they used to have, and it cut off at chapter 11 with Moses complaining to God. LOL. I thought that was really funny. And we'll start at chapter 11. Moses is tired of hearing the complaining and asking God why he chose him to do this job of looking over the children of Israel. So that's where we at. We in chapter 11. So it says, people complained to Moses. Soon the people began to complain about their hardships, and the Lord heard everything they said. Then the Lord's anger blazed against them. He sent a fire of rage among them, and he destroyed some of the people in the outskirts of the camp. Then the people screamed to Moses for help. When he prayed to the Lord, the fire stopped. After that, the area was known as Taberah, which means the place of burning, because the fire from the Lord had burned among them there. Then the foreign rabble who were traveling with the Israelites began to crave the good things of Egypt, and the people of Israel also began to complain. Oh, for some meat, they exclaimed. We remember the fish we used to eat for free in Egypt, but it wasn't for free. And we had all the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic we wanted, but it wasn't for free anyway. But now our appetites are gone. All we have here, all we ever see is this manna. The manna looked like small coriander seeds, and it was a pale yellow like gum resin. The people would go out and gather it from the ground. They would flour. They made flour by grinding it with hand mills or pounding it in mortars. Then they boiled it in a pot and made it into flat cakes. These cakes tasted like pastries baked with olive oil. The manna came down on the camp with the dew during the night. Moses heard all the families standing in the doorways of their tents whining, and the Lord became extremely angry. Moses was also very aggravated. And Moses said to the Lord, why are you treating me, your servant, so harshly? Have mercy on me. What did I do to deserve the burden of all these people? Did I give birth to them? No. Did I bring them into the world? No. Why did you tell me to carry them in my arms like a mother carries a nursing baby? How can I carry them to the land you swore to give their ancestors? Where am I supposed to get a great meat for all these people? They keep whining to me saying, "Give us meat to eat." I can't carry all these people by myself. The load is far too heavy. If this is how you intend to treat me, just go ahead and kill me. Do me a favor and spare me this misery. Wow, Moses. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Gather before me 70 men who are recognized as elders and leaders of Israel. Bring them to the tabernacle to stand there with you. I will come down and talk to you there. I will take some of the Spirit that is upon you, and I will put the Spirit upon them also." Okay, sharing it. Sharing is caring. They will bear the burden of the people among you, so you will not have to carry it alone. And say to the people, "Purify yourselves, for tomorrow we will have meat to eat." You were whining, and the Lord heard you when you cried, "Oh, for some meat. We were better off in Egypt." Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will eat it. And it won't be just for a day or two, or for 5 or 10 or even 20. You will eat for meat for a whole month until you gag and are sick of it. For you have rejected the Lord who is here among you, and you have whined to him again, saying, "Why did we ever leave Egypt?" But Moses responded to the Lord, "There are 600,000 foot soldiers here with me, and yet you say I will give them meat for a whole month. Even if we butchered all the flocks and herds, would that satisfy them? Even if we caught all the fish in the sea, would that be enough?" Then the Lord said to Moses, "Has my arm lost its power? Now you will see whether or not my word comes true." So Moses went out and reported the Lord's words to the people. He gathered the 70 elders and stationed them around the tabernacle. And the Lord came down in the cloud and spoke to Moses. Then he gave the 70 elders the same spirit that was upon Moses. And when the spirit rested upon them, they prophesied. And this never happened. And this never happened again. 2 men, Eldad and Medad, had stayed behind in the camp. They were listed among the elders, but they had not gone out to the tabernacle. Yet the Spirit rested upon them as well, so they prophesied there in the camp. A young man ran and reported to Moses, "Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp." Joshua, son of Nun, who had been Moses' assistant since his youth, protested, "Moses, my master, make them stop." But Moses replied, "Are you jealous for my sake? I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and the Lord would put his spirit upon them all." And he did. Thank you. Yes. Then Moses returned to the camp with the elders of Israel. Now the Lord, this is the Lord sends the quail, 31st verse. Now the Lord sent a wind that brought quail from the sea and let them fall all around the camp. For miles in every direction there were quail flying about 3 feet above the ground. So the people went out and caught quail all the day long and throughout the night and all the next day too. No one gathered less than 50 bushels. They spread the quail all around the camp to dry. But while they were gorging themselves on the meat, while it was still in their mouths, the anger of the Lord blazed against the people, and he struck them with a severe plague. So that place was called Kibroth HaTavah, which means graves of gluttony, because there they buried the people who had craved meat for Egypt. From Kibroth Hatava, the Israelites traveled to Hazeroth, where they stayed for some time. Gluttony. I don't want to be gluttonous. Chapter 12. Miriam and Aaron opposes Moses. While they were at Hazeroth, Miriam and Aaron criticized Moses because he had married a Cushite woman. They said, "Has the Lord spoken only through Moses? Hasn't he spoken through us too?" But the Lord heard them. Now Moses was very humble, more humble than any other person on earth. So immediately the Lord called to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam and said, "Go out to the tabernacle, all three of you." So the three of them went to the tabernacle. Then the Lord descended in the pillar of cloud and stood at the entrance of the tabernacle. Aaron and Miriam he called, and they stepped forward, and the Lord said to them, "Now listen to what I say. If there were prophets among you, I, the Lord, will reveal myself in visions. I will speak to them in dreams, but not with my servant Moses. Of all my house, he is the one I trust. I speak to him face to face clearly and not in riddles. He sees the Lord as he is. So why were you not afraid to criticize my servant Moses?" And the Lord was very angry with them, and he departed. As the cloud moved from above the tabernacle, there stood Miriam, her skin white as snow with leprosy. Then Aaron saw what had happened to her, cried out to Moses, "Oh, my master, please don't punish us for this sin we have so foolishly committed. Don't let her be like a stillborn baby instead of already decayed at birth." So Moses cried out to the Lord, "Oh God, I beg of you, please heal her." But the Lord said to Moses, "If her father had done nothing more than spit in her face, wouldn't she be defiled for 7 days? So keep her outside the camp for 7 days, and after that she may be accepted back." So Miriam was kept outside the camp for 7 days, and the people waited until she was brought back before they traveled again. Then they left Hazeroth and camped in the wilderness of Paran. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't want to be that ever. Ooh, on that note, be thankful, be grateful. In all things, give thanks, whether you got a little or whether you got a lot. Because if you have a lot, you can have a little. And if you have a little, you could have a lot. But guess what? If you can't appreciate the little, then you ain't going to appreciate the lot. And if you can't appreciate the lot, then you're going to get little. And then you're going to have to learn how to appreciate the little. Because it's called humbleness, like they said. That's why Moses loved and appreciated Moses, because he was a very humble person. And that's something that you don't really find a lot these days. Everybody got a lot of pride in them. But let's not be prideful. Let's do our due diligence and serve with gladness and just spreading the joy, spreading the good news. No matter how it seems, spreading the good news and trusting and believing in the Lord. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime. And I'm signing off until next time. I have a good one. I may be later, but have a good one. All right. Peace.